All right.
Welcome back, episode number 2.
Episode numero dos. This is the 2023 Beyond Wonderland special. As you can see,
2023 Beyond, baby.
we're in our Beyond Wonderland fits. You'll probably see me wearing this, and
you're not gonna see me wearing this. I just wore it just to kind of be in that rave fit. I'm probably not gonna wear this. I still gotta figure out my fits. That's for
you
us.
Haven't figured out your fit that you're gonna wear?
No, I have no idea what I'm gonna wear. But for us, it's 2 days from now, so I gotta figure it out tomorrow.
Yeah. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy this week's episode. Basically, mainly talking about, I guess, a bunch of EDM / festival related shit. Hold on, let me take this off. I'm not gonna wear this the whole podcast.
Way too dark.
I just had it for the thumbnail, guys. I'm not one of those douchers that wears sunglasses inside.
Yeah.
But I guess kind of transitioning to what I wanted to talk about for this week's podcast. I guess what are some tips, I guess, for people, because you never know, there might be someone that's new going to a festival or to a rave, someone who's never, been in that scenery before. Yeah. And I feel like we've been to a couple to where
to a few, yeah.
We could give out some tips.
Yeah.
Do you have any for any newcomers?
I'd say, this is hard to plan, really. So you really got to think it through, because most of the time there's no service in there. So if you're gonna leave your friend group, we've never done it. We've never had totem poles, but a totem pole may help. Maybe we should try it this time. We're probably not gonna try it, but not this time. Yeah, when you get lost, you gotta have a backup plan, like a spot where you're gonna meet up at the end of the set, or like a certain time once it hits like 8 or whatever. Have a plan in case you're gonna leave, or in case a friend's gonna leave, just so that way you can find each other. Because if you don't have a plan, it sucks.
Yeah, totem poles come in very clutch. I've learned this firsthand. Like, whenever, I know there's this one time at EDC I had to take a fat ass piss, and I was the only person that had to, and it was fucking EDC. Like, there was like EDC. If you guys don't know EDC, basically it holds like over like 200,000 people. So just imagine like leaving your group and being, like there was fucking 200,000 people there. So it was just kind of like, it's very slim chance of finding your group when you leave. But luckily, kind of what happened was, like, we didn't have a totem pole, but a lot of groups at EDC had totem poles. So, I got a hold of a couple of my friends, and they were like, oh, we're close to like this Pikachu sign. We're close to like this Rick and Morty sign. Like, kind of look for that. And then you kind of look around and see if you're able to find that. Luckily, I was able to see it. They weren't fucking there in the end. So I kind of just like was on myself for like a couple minutes. But luckily, I was able to find them in the end. But those totem poles did help me in the right direction. So I guess kind of what I'm getting at is like, it's a lot easier if you had your own totem pole.
Yeah.
So you
definitely
know what your fucking totem pole looks like and be able to find your friends.
Yeah, because I mean, going back to that, like you said, they said like a Pikachu totem pole. What if there's multiple Pikachu totem poles?
Exactly.
You don't even know which Pikachu you're looking for.
Yeah.
But if your friend group made it, you know exactly what to look for.
Yeah. So. Try to think of something niche. Like a lot of people do a lot of the same shit when it comes to totem poles. So the more niche yours is, the better it is for you. Yeah,
like I mean, good idea right here for everybody that's watching us. You could make like a rice and beans one. See? Perfect. You'll know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Just get the logo off any of our social media and just make that.
That would be sick, actually. Honestly, if I ever saw that, I think I would cry. Like, that would be sick.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah, I think that's a good tip, though. I would say definitely like another tip. I mean, this might be an obvious one, but I just have to say it because a lot of people still really don't do it. Bring bring a fucking Camelback. Like, fucking water is the number one thing. Like, you might think that's like, oh, no shit. Like, obviously you need fucking water at a festival, right? But a lot of people don't bring what's it called, Camelbacks.
Yeah.
Even our own group, like, like a couple people in our group like don't bring camelbacks, so it's just a lot better if literally every single person has their own, because once you're in there and once later in the night, it's very fast when you run out of water, especially when a couple of your people in your group don't have it, so you're kind of like sharing a camelback to whoever brought in your group. So definitely bring camelbacks for each person. Water is key.
Yeah. I actually just texted our group chat. You're going to see it. Last time we went to Countdown, I forgot my camelback, so I just texted our group chat. Hopefully they see it and bring my hydro pack from last time, because I forgot it.
Left it where?
I left it at... Shit, I left it in their car, I think.
Oh, in the rental?
No. Derek and Brian, I think it's in their car.
Oh, wait. So you left your camelback at Countdown in the minivan, right? And they picked it up, or?
I'm assuming it was in the hotel room. But they have it.
Okay.
I just texted them, so you'll see that.
See, this is what I'm saying, guys. You need everyone to fucking bring a camelback. Like, yeah. Like, it's low key, like, and you'll probably understand once you get in there, but sometimes it's like kind of annoying when you're like in the fucking middle of the stand, right? You have a camelback, and like a lot of people keep asking you fucking
leeching.
Water. Yeah, everyone's fucking leeching off you, and then eventually your shit gets empty after like a lot quicker than you expect.
Yeah. I mean, at first, like if it's your friends, you're like, okay, that's my friend. Yeah. I'm gonna give him some water, right? But then eventually, some randos come, and then sometimes you could even tell in their face that they need the water. So then it's like, fuck, let me just...
You can't say... It's hard to say no.
Let me help them, because they look like they're struggling. And then, like you said, your water is going to be gone in no time. So everyone in your group should have a camelback. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I agree with that.
Do you have any other tips? I would say, another tip that I just learned recently, too, from one of my homies... when you're also like, if you end up getting separated from your group, if you need to text them, make sure to put timestamps. Low key, that actually is freaking smart. I mean, it didn't really work for Countdown because like the reception was fucking shit and like, the rain was terrible. But I feel like for like Beyond, not a lot of people go to Beyond compared to like Countdown. So I think like timestamps will work. So you could be like, oh shit, I'm at this stage at like 7:53. And then, you could check your phone. If it's like 7:53, then you're like, oh, shit, they're there now. But if it's like 8:30, then you're like, okay, they're most likely not there.
Yep, probably not.
Yeah, so timestamps is a good idea. I'm trying to think of like another one, too.
Let me see. I'd say maybe just, I feel like it's kind of a given. Plan the sets you want to go to ahead of time. Just because if you do decide to switch a set like on the spot, you're probably gonna get a shitty area to fucking watch. You might be stuck like in the back or like off to a random corner, and then you're just like, fuck, this sucks. So plan ahead of time for that, and just get everybody's input, because sometimes you may like something that your friends may not, or maybe for some, let's say there's 5 of us, and then I in here happen to be the one pushing for Excision the most, but everybody else wanted to watch, I don't know, let's say Noizu, for example. But then none of us really said anything, because we're like, oh, okay, like it really sounds like he wants to. But then the majority that actually wanted to watch this other person that was just quieter, like, maybe they wanted to watch him just as much, but they just weren't as vocal about it. So I guess listen to everybody in the group.
Kind of just like plan the set times.
Yeah, just so that way you could like leave before the set starts, so you could get a good spot.
Yeah. And then definitely, I guess this is kind of a tip that's more specific to the NOS Center. If you ever go to the NOS Center, my recommendation is parking at one of those private lots, like the one we park at. We park usually the one like across from Jack in the Box. I recommend those. It's roughly like $30-$40 depending on which business you go into, but I think it's a lot better than going on one of the lots, because it's a pretty far of a walk, but the private parking lots is like like the closest lot you'll get to the entrance. So but that's mainly specifically only for like NOS Center. If you ever go there, I would keep that in the back of your head. So
Yeah. Hmm.
What was the first advice you gave?
First one I said was the totem poles.
Oh,
Totem poles. Yeah.
Right. So I guess if I were to sum it up of like tips and tricks if you're a beginning raver, make a totem pole, get camelbacks.
Check the weather.
check the weather and plan accordingly.
Yeah. Yeah, for countdown it was raining,
Yeah.
and I feel like everyone probably should have known, but there's probably people that didn't know. And if you had a poncho, that would have fucking helped you a lot. But
Yeah.
I'm sure there's people that didn't take one.
Yeah.
So just check the weather. Simple. If it's gonna be cold, it's gonna be hot. Sometimes it doesn't matter because people are just gonna wear whatever fit they already decided to wear. But maybe they could add an extra piece or something. Yeah.
Definitely check the weather before you go. And then, start doing timestamps when you're sending messages to your group. For the NOS Center, private parking, I would recommend those. So I guess that's kind of like a mini tutorial guide of like if you're a beginning raver.
Yeah, just quick tips. Yeah.
Just quick tips. But I guess like what I want to transition to from like all the festivals or like even you could count like single like rave shows.
Yeah.
What has been like your best and worst experience?
All right.
Or like not even like worst experience per se. I mean, you can say worst, but or like what's like a crazy, like if you've seen any crazy shit. Cause like I have a story that I've seen like some crazy shit that I want to share. But I want to ask you if like, a good story and then
And like a not so good story. All right. So I feel like I can't even just limit that to one. I'm gonna make it two good ones, and they're both Fisher.
Yeah,
they were both really good. Like I said, like I mentioned the first episode, the first event I ever went to was Fisher. It was us with like 20 of our friends. So we were out there, and it was lit. It was my first time. I didn't really know what to expect. I went, saw everything, saw all the lights. I was like, whoa, like this is sick. And I just liked it. It was just a fun time just looking back at it. Nothing crazy really happened outside of at the end. We were taking a big group picture, and I guess some person from a different friend group wanted to hop in, but then we noticed that they were hopping into the picture. So then a fight was about to start just because
I do remember that.
Yeah, this other friend group, like we just didn't really get along with them. So the fact that this guy wanted to come in and take a picture with us, it was like, dude, what the hell? Yeah. And actually, I could use that one for the other one. I mean, it wasn't shitty or anything, but
for the other Fisher?
Yeah, no. I was gonna use it for like bad or not even bad. Actually, it was just funny. I don't know if you remember that Spider-Man. Remember Spider-Man?
Oh, the gay Spider-Man.
Yeah, so
there was
a Spider-Man that was there, and he was just, I don't know, he was vibing, I guess. And he came up to
a little too much.
Yeah, he came up to one of our friends, and I think he gave him a kiss on the cheek or something. And
it was like not just like it wasn't like a fast like that. It was more like a slow like kind of like out of nowhere, and like he just like turned. He was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, so I think that was funny. So that first one was very memorable. And then I went to Fisher again in Oakland. It was a block party. That was really lit. It was outside, and this was a smaller group. But I remember just going, getting beers. I think I got a mixed drink too, and seeing all the buildings around us, like all the high rises. It was just really cool. It was just legit.
Yeah.
In the street with all the setup for the audio, and like I said, you could just see the big old buildings around us. I just thought that was really cool. It was an experience. And let me see. As far as bad, I don't think I've really had a bad experience. There's one that comes to mind, but I want to hold that for for down the line.
Yeah. Or you could share like if you've seen like some crazy shit like at a festival. I don't know if like other people are doing some crazy shit. Because that's why I kind of wanted more inclined. Like that's what mine is. Not necessarily like a worse like time for me per se, but just like something I've seen was just like, what the fuck, like.
Yeah.
So I was just curious if you have.
No, I can't think of anything crazy, but I think one thing that was just more like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Was when we went to Cascade. It was
the New Year's one, right?
The SF one in New Year's. A friend of ours, she ended up throwing up in the crowd, right? None of us saw it, but she threw up in the crowd. It was hella wet. Mm-hmm. I guess she said it like got on somebody's like back or something, or like it got on their shoes. And she was just like, she acted like what the fuck? Like, where did that come from? But I think that was disgusting. I didn't get to see it. Yeah, but
I saw it actually. Like I was behind her and it was low key just like, it was very weird. And like, I mean, she did it hella like secretively. Like if it was kind of impressive, like how she was able to like legit yak and no one knew until she like, I mean, obviously I saw, but like it didn't really like register until like she brought it up to you. And I was like, oh shit. Oh yeah. That was you. And like she just threw up basically. It wasn't like I guess she didn't eat beforehand, so it was mainly just liquids. It was like all water, so it literally didn't smell, it was just very weird. It was a weird like just throw up and like casually nothing happened afterwards.
Yeah, so for that, I didn't see it, but I just know it was something disgusting that happened around me. So
yeah,
I'm just gonna keep it at that. I can't think of any crazy stories, nor do I haven't really gone to too many events anyways. I think this is gonna be like my fifth.
I feel like eventually you'll see something crazy.
Yeah, this is just like my fifth event.
These festivals, like you'll always see something like insane. I guess like kind of what I want to share of like, first I'll talk about a good event from Fisher as well. I don't know if you remember this, but one of our homegirl, Lindsay, like she posted a TikTok that like popped off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So one of our homegirls, like she posted TikTok. It got like 2 million views. Basically it was at the Fisher event we were talking about, and then was it Losing It or?
Yeah, I think it was Losing It.
So once the Losing It bass dropped, like it was our house. Like there was like 20-30 of us like doing what is that called?
Kind of like a mosh pit.
Yeah, we were setting up the mosh pit, and you can see in the video. If I could find it and I'm able to play it, like I'll have it. But basically, it's just her before the bass drops. She turns to the camera and then she like goes in the mosh pit once the bass drops, and like all of us swarm in, and it was like one of those like perfect timing like drops like you'll ever see. So I was just like, that was probably one of the sickest moments. Like it wasn't like sick in the moment, but when I saw it like the morning after, I was like, oh shit, that's sick.
Yeah.
I didn't remember we did that, but
yep.
I'll say that's like a cool moment. But I guess for the shit I've seen at festivals, the worst shit I've seen at a festival actually came recently at EDC 2022. And if you guys don't know, EDC basically is like the biggest rave event. It goes until like 6 in the morning. The last DJ set is from I think 5 to 6. So by the last DJ set, it's fucking bright, sunny bright. You could see everyone. You could see everyone's faces. You legit you're very vulnerable. You could see everything, right? So I just remember like our group, we were just vibing and it was all good. And then it was all good until I turned to my right and I see 2 dudes, 2 gay guys, right? They weren't making out, they weren't doing all that shit. Guess what they were doing?
I don't even
know. They were straight up jerking each other off. And I saw that. I was like, got like out loud. And like they heard me do that. And they turned and they look in our direction. I was like, oh, I didn't know what to do. I was like, oh shit, like they're looking in our way. And the funny thing is, one of my friends in the group too, literally is like the same steps. He looked over as well, and he saw them, also,
my
you know,
God.
and like he also went, and legit like they were just staring us down while they were doing that for about like 10 minutes, and like me and my friend were like, bro, why they keep looking at us, right? And eventually we're just like, all right, let's get like our group and like let's fucking move somewhere, because it was very interesting, I'll tell you that much. But we ended up moving, so it was all good. We moved. But the shitty part, we fucking moved, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like the only spot was behind these two girls, okay?
Yeah.
So we moved. We were like, all right, oh, thank God, we're out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, those two girls turned around, gave us a dirty ass look. Me and my friend, they're like, and they said, "What the fuck? Are you trying to dance with us?" And we're like, "Bro, what the fuck? Like, we're just trying to move away from like the two guys like jerking each other off. Like, we're not trying to do anything." And then they were pissed at us, and we're just like, we just was like, "Bro, what do we do? Like, do we just stay here, or like should we just leave?" We ended up just like kind of finding another spot in the end, but it was just like in that span of like 20 minutes was like the weirdest experience I've ever felt at like a festival.
Yeah.
Like the first part, seeing people do that, like in broad daylight, guys, like they had no morals. They did not give a fuck. Like I was like,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
actually.
I'm just like, bro, like you legit just couldn't like go back to your like Airbnb or hotel and just like you just had to do it like right. They were in the middle of the fucking dance floor, or middle of the not dance floor, but you know, middle of the DJ set. Like we were like in the middle.
Yeah.
And like
that's wild.
Yeah, it was wild. And then we ended up moving, and then we got two girls to like fucking spite us after that.
Damn, that sounds like a pretty shitty experience.
Bro, that shit like low key scarred me for like the next month.
I wouldn't even know what to think, to be honest. If I was in that situation, I'd just
like, what would you do? Like, you would just be shook, like,
yeah,
just from seeing like it's just the fact. It's just the fact that like you're witnessing people do that like in broad daylight, surrounded by people. Like, you know, by 6 a.m, obviously it wasn't like shoulder to shoulder packed, but you still had like decent amount of heads there. And I think it was worse because like shoulder to shoulder, I think you could kind of get away with it, right? Like because there's so many people, you might
maybe
get away with it.
Yeah.
But bro, they were straight up in the middle, and like our group, and there was like many people around, and there's like space.
Yeah.
So you could legit just see them like going at it, bro.
Sheesh.
Like I feel like if there was a lot of people, you could kind of like sneak it, but no, there was like you just fucking saw them straight up.
Damn.
Yeah. So I haven't really like told that story to like a lot of people, so I was just
so
like,
now you guys heard it.
Hey,
I've never heard of this story.
First time story on the pod.
I'd never heard this story.
Yeah,
that's some shit.
I mean, I also have a lot of other stories like that, kind of crazy, but you know, we could share that for in the future episodes. But I feel like I wanted to share that experience with you guys. If you ever, hopefully, you never really have that experience, but maybe now you could prepare.
Yeah.
If you ever go to EDC, because EDC is like, it's like not really your normal festival. Like you see a lot of like crazy shit at EDC.
Yeah. Huh.
So yeah.
Interesting.
EDC
Interesting.
Story. Yeah. Yeah. Crazy.
All right. So let's move on from that.
Yeah.
Like,
how do I transition from that?
Yeah, so that was that for the stories. Let's move on to something a little different. I was gonna say, do we want to keep everything on this episode?
I mean, it's
Rave
up to
thing?
you if
Rave
you have
thing?
like topics you want to talk about.
Yeah. All right. I just want to mention this just because I know it might happen this weekend. I just want to say a pet peeve. So I could say, like, if you want to say a personal pet peeve, you can. I just know this might happen this weekend. I doubt it now since we're older, but one of my biggest pet peeves while in college was splitting bills. Because I remember going to Flames, was it? Flames? There was this one place, Flames. I think they shut down now, but they had what were those drinks that they
Are you talking about the trash can?
Yeah, they had this one thing, trash can. It was like Red Bull, some blue drink, and some other stuff. But let's say, for example, I just thought about that drink just because it's like the most memorable thing there, I guess. But let's say you were out with friends and 4 or 5 of you guys get trash cans and it was like $10 or something.
Right.
And then I hate when people Venmo you the amount for the drink itself.
Oh, and not like tax and
stuff? Yeah,
stuff?
when it's like $10.
Yeah.
So let's say if it was 4 of you guys and 3 people sent just $10, the person who put down the card ends up paying the fucking taxes for everybody. So their drink ends up being like $14 or something. Yeah. So that's a pet peeve of mine that would happen a lot in college. It doesn't happen anymore just because now I feel like people are less cheap about everything. And like now since we all work, we kind of understand like, oh shit, there is more to it than just fucking the face value. Yeah. But
that shit happened a lot actually. Like within like our circle, like our square.
Yeah.
I remember, because there was a couple of times where like I had to pay, or I mean, it's a lot easier just having one person like front it. But I hated being the one to front. I remember I had a front for Flames one time too, and it's just like the worst part is when you're in a group of like 20, 25 is getting everyone's fucking Venmo too. Like first, obviously them paying like, the short amount, but I think the fucking hardest part is actually like collecting them down. Because a lot of the times, like, bro, there's like some people in the group that like fucking takes forever to pay back.
It's like 6 months go by and they say I haven't fucking paid
legit,
you for
like
drink.
I've had like couple homies, I think it's still like on my Venmo thing where you could see like I saw like they still haven't paid me back for like whatever. But I just remember in college, like, that happened a lot. Like, there was, like, a couple people where it legit took, like, 3 to 4 months to pay me back, like, $10, $15. It was just, like, for something, like, we went out to get, like, food.
Yeah.
And it would take them, like, that fucking long.
Yep.
But
yeah.
Yeah, college, I mean, you guys probably know, like, in college, like, low-key, I'm not gonna lie, like, I didn't pay right away. It took me, like, couple, but it was only, like, couple days, right?
Yeah.
Like, couple days, maybe a week, that's okay. Yeah. But like after months, I'll be like forgetting about it, I'll be like, oh shit, like I totally forgot like that fucking happened.
Yep, I feel it.
But yeah, I think that I agree with you though. Like,
and then I guess when it comes to that, like a tip for you guys, a trick that I use, it really just depends on the situation though, because let's say everyone bought whatever they had and we were able to locate like, okay, Ian got a fucking Henny Chata, I got the trash can, and we could figure out who got what. You could always split the taxes by the amount of people that were there, right? Just to make it even as far as taxes go. But if Ian bought like 2 Henny Chatas while I only got 1 trash can, it wouldn't be as fair. What I like to do is for the taxes, I do like 10%. Just because like taxes like fucking 9.5%. Yeah. So it's like, all right, you're just gonna pay me like 0.5 extra. Like I'm already doing the favor of putting my card down, so fuck it, I guess, just to keep it easy. But I don't know. Yeah. That's just one thing that I thought about.
And there's like, okay, there's one thing too. It just popped up in my head. I remember one homie, whenever we like would split. I don't know if you had like homies like this, but there was one homie like every time like he would Venmo me, he would always fucking round down.
Oh, like, I fucking hate people that round down.
Legit, I had one homie like the total. Okay, for example, the total would be like 12.83. Motherfucker would Venmo me $12, bro. I mean, like, what the fuck? Like, you're just gonna fucking round down?
Yeah. So if in that situation too, I think if there's like an amount like that, like 12.84 or whatever. The least you could do is round up, bro. Like, once again, we did the favor of putting our card down. Yeah. You're really going to fucking short us 84 cents? Like, yes, it's a few cents. But, like,
that's kind of pushing it.
But I'm still doing you a fucking favor by putting my card down. So, fucking round up.
I think, like, for me, like, my rule of thumb, like, when it comes to, like, the change is, like, if it's, like, 50 cents, 50, 55 cents or above, I would just, like, round up regardless. But if it's, like, less than 50 cents, anything less than 50 cents, I usually do the exact. So if it's like 12.38, I would just do 12.38. If it's like
makes sense.
90, I would just be like, all right, you just take
13.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just be a fucking good friend.
Hey, don't fucking round down, bro. If you're a round down person, fuck you. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, don't fucking.
No sugarcoating it.
You're out here. You're gonna fucking cheap out on your friends. They're your fucking friends. Like, if it was like cheaping out the company, which I don't think you could really get away with that. You'd probably get in some fucking legal trouble.
Oh yeah, for
but
sure.
But if it's cheaping out the corporations or whatnot, I could understand where you're coming from. But if you're cheaping out your friend, bro, that's just fucked up. You're just a fucked up ass friend. You're a horrible friend if you do that shit. Matter of fact.
Yeah. Damn, low-key, fuck. That just kind of got me heated just remembering some past stuff. Like, fuck.
Yeah. No, like I remember for like an Airbnb that I did in the past, like it was like 12 people for my birthday and some people rounded down and I was like, bro, I'm not going to hit them up for those fucking 43 cents, but like fuck you for fucking doing that.
Yeah.
They were friends, but still it was like, bro, like come on.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it was like 12, so let's say 12 people times like 40 cents. If all of them did that, that's like shit, like $6.
I feel like the bigger the group,
that's like a beer.
Yeah. I feel like the bigger the group, if you're rounding
down,
you're kind of like fucking up. You're fucking over the person who fronted it.
Yeah.
Because the more people who do it, like, it's gonna add up, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, fuck, that shit's ass.
And on the topic of talk hands, I want to talk about what do you like to pregame with for EDM events? Is it different than like clubs? Actually, is it different than clubs?
That's a good question.
I'd say my pregame is fairly similar. I'd say it's fairly similar, but one thing that I'm gonna try this time around.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do this back in the days, and I would get battery packs. So I'd get the 3-pack of like, I don't know, 805s or 3-pack of Bud Light seltzers.
Yeah.
Because I don't really like getting that fucked up for an EDM event.
Yeah.
For an EDM event, I'm not trying to be fucked up because, I mean, it's an event that I pay like $100 something for. Yeah. So I'm trying to be there and remember it. Right. For a club, like shit, I'm probably going to go to that same club next week. Like it's not something that you could really run back as easy.
Right.
Or no, it is something that you could run back.
But not festivals.
Festivals you can't run back. So I'd prefer to not get as drunk for a festival, but that's just me. So I think I'm going to try to do the battery pack so I could space it out and just have a good buzz while I'm in there.
What would you do? Like you would drink, like you would chug the 3 battery packs before you go in, or?
I mean, I would finish all 3, but I don't think I would try chugging them all because realistically speaking, like for example, this weekend we're probably gonna be pre-gaming for like an hour and a half, right? Yeah. Something like that, I'd assume. I was thinking. So I have like an hour to finish 3 tall cans, so that
don't finish an hour, then that's like what the fuck.
Yeah. So I don't plan on necessarily chugging them. Maybe I might try to shotgun the first one, but I don't think so. Just because then I'm gonna be too bloated. But just to sum it up, I take it a little easier for raves, and if I do, I typically just limit it to tequila. Yeah. Because I feel like when we go to the clubs, it's like okay, maybe we might switch it to like vodka, even though vodka sucks, or like anything else. So whiskey, perhaps, maybe, or some rum. We might switch it up for there, just because it's like all right, we did tequila last time, but I feel like my go-to if I'm gonna do hard out is gonna be tequila for a rave, for a festival. Yeah. How about you?
Honestly, like I want to do like your strategy of like, because sometimes I've only done hard out like pre-gaming and I'll be faded. Like I'll be pretty faded before getting into the event. But the only problem with like the battery packs for me is like
bloated.
That shit would get me bloated, and like
that's the one thing
that's like the shitty part, because you don't want to feel bloated before you go into the event, before you go into the festival. That's like the worst feeling once you step in. Your first mindset is like, holy fuck, like my stomach is hurting. Like I either have to pull trig or I just have to wait and piss it out. Yeah. And for me, like I've done that before, where like I would drink like seltzers or like beer, and I would just drink like a shit ton of that. But every time, like, I would always yak, and like, it kind of defeats the purpose, you know, when you're throwing it up, you're like, you kind of get sober, so it's like, you know, all that drinking, and then like you end up getting sober like super quick. I'm just like, I'd rather just drink the heart out, take like, you know, 6 to 7 shots before you go in, and you know, you start to get that buzz in. And obviously the best thing to do is sneak in some alcohol. That's another tip I forgot in the beginning.
You didn't hear that from me.
Alcohol. Yo, you heard it from me. Put it in a water bottle. You know, I've been seeing a lot of TikToks of like females like putting in like, you know, all these different spots, being really creative with it.
Yeah. Bro, watch this video. Imagine this video blows up, and then someone that's a fucking security guard sees us like, oh, those guys are the ones that fucking talked about sneaking alcohol in.
Hey,
so
man.
That would be some shit.
You heard it from fucking R&B Pod? Sneaking alcohol at events? That'll definitely help. Because you guys realize...
Didn't hear that from me.
Alcohol at these events are fucking tax. They're expensive as fuck.
Everything at these everything at these events is very taxed.
Yeah, and
food and fucking alcohol. Yeah, but I mean, the main reason why I'm trying to pace myself this time is just because last time, you know,
I understand. I understand your situation.
Yeah,
like,
I was fucked. I don't even remember going into the event.
Yeah,
and then I guess I was only there for like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
and yeah, shit.
Yeah, I just remember like, well, the thing was like our pregame last time was kind of like an outlier. Definitely, you know, our homie was the, what would you call it?
He was a designated bartender.
Yeah, designated bartender, right? And motherfucker, our red solo cup, we have red solo cups, right? And we're like, all right, let's take a shot. He pours it, he fills it with straight tequila, like from bottom to top. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, and he did that to all of us, and we basically was like, and we were kind of in a rush, you know. It started to rain, so we're like, all right, we gotta down this. So we just like ended up finishing that whole cup of tequila in a span of like 20 minutes, like 30 minutes, something probably. Like that. Yeah. His camera died, so we'll do like a little change of scenery.
Yeah,
here.
Hopefully it's saved, because if it didn't, then we're fucked. I don't know why it died. If I had it at full charge.
Yeah.
I mean, it was charging just as much as this camera. Yeah. But
we're almost done. I think just talk about like a couple.
How long has it been going on for?
Like 38 minutes.
Huh, yeah, not bad.
To finish my point of like sneaking alcohol, I think the reason is, I don't know about you guys, but at least for me, whenever I'm like drunk or, you know, whenever I'm faded, like I feel like I'm like the richest person in the world. I don't know about you, but
Superman syndrome.
Yeah, like legit. Every time I get, even this happens at clubs too. Like when I'm too faded, I just keep buying drinks. I don't know why. But I feel like that's what's gonna happen at festivals too. If you don't sneak in your own alcohol, if you get kind of drunk, if you're that kind of person, you're gonna like want to keep buying drinks. And if you're just gonna drop like $25, $30, like it's gonna pile up eventually.
I mean, yeah, but the thing is, realistically speaking, I don't really know who in a festival is gonna be leaving a set to go buy beer, and like people don't really.
You never. I mean, there's some people that like
are tequila or whatever the fuck.
Right? Yeah, and you know their buzz is starting to wear off, and if they don't sneak in alcohol, because that's the one thing, you sneak in alcohol, you have it wherever you go. You know. Like, and so I feel like if you don't sneak in, you're gonna have to like wanting to keep by it, unless you want to just unless you like staying sober at festivals, which good for you.
Yeah, teach their own. Teach their own.
But that's just a little tip for you guys. Like, I recommend sneaking in alcohol. He doesn't, but I do.
Yeah, I wouldn't. But to each their own.
I know there's one last thing I wanted to do. Was there any other topics like you want to talk about before?
Not really. For me, that was kind of it for this week.
But this is kind of like I guess you could say like a game. I don't know if you've ever seen this on TikTok. It's like the name game. Basically, there's two people, and we each say a word, right? So like I say like forest, and you say like water, and then based off like what we say, we have to like try to basically say the same word. If that makes sense. So I say forest, you say water, right? And then my mind is like, okay, you say water, so what associates with water? Like there's like beaches, like ocean, and I have to like guess to think like you would say that, and then I guess you vice versa with mine with forest. Like you try to, come up with something that's like equivalent to forest. And if we get like the same name, then we basically win. Is it confusing or what?
Yeah, it's a little confusing.
Let me narrow it down there.
Yeah, let's try. Let's do like a little trial run or something.
I was just gonna do like EDM/festival theme.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, like, I guess think about it this way. Okay, so if I said from the last example, if I said forest, you say water.
Mm-hmm.
What's like a word that kind of associates with both of those things?
Forest and water.
That you could think of. It could be multiple things.
Maybe
for me, my first thing
river?
would be like nature.
Yeah.
That's both.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think that too, and we both say nature, then we win. But if you say like, if you think
like how
water,
I said river, then it's like
river,
nah.
Then I'm like, oh shit, okay, what's like be similar to river and nature, like another thing, and then you think of another thing, and then I'll be like
rocks,
trees. Oh fuck, okay.
All right.
And then I'll be like, okay, you said rocks, so
rocks
it's
and
like
trees.
similar to rocks, and I say trees. And it's
basically like that.
Yeah, basically like that. But we'll do
All
like festival edition, so it's kind of more narrow.
Okay.
So it'll be easier. And then do you want to do like a limit? We only get like up to 10 guesses or 10 tries per se.
Yeah. Let's do 10. All right.
Okay. Let me. Okay, I guess use my fingers. Okay. Okay, and I'll count down. Was it 3, 2, 1, and then you say the word you're thinking.
All right. We're gonna start with like
just
from
anything.
scratch.
From scratch. Like, but it has to be EDM and festival related.
All right.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Camelback.
I didn't say anything. I don't know why I didn't say anything. I just went blank.
This guy, he's the one that started it. All right. Let's.
Sorry. Okay.
All right.
Wait. Let me think. Let me think. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Lasers.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. DJ.
Water station.
Okay. Wait. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Camelback.
DJ stage.
No. Well, you said water station, so I thought you were like go closer to like.
I was trying to go closer to yours.
Well, you said the same thing I said.
I said DJ.
I said DJ.
I meant to say like their setup.
Oh,
DJ setup. DJ
I legit
setup.
thought you just repeated what
I was saying. I said DJ set, but I meant setup.
So DJ set, and then I said.
We'll do DJ setup and Camelback.
Okay.
I think we could get this.
Really?
Actually, nah. I don't know if you're gonna get this.
Mine's kind of going blank right now.
All right.
Hold on.
What was that? Third? Second?
That was like the third one. Yeah.
All right.
Wait.
I'll keep track of the tries we're on.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Totem
Stage.
pole. Fuck, we're just going opposite direction now.
Stage totem pole.
Okay.
I got one already.
Oh my god, dude, this is hard actually. Even though I came up with this fucking game. Fuck. Wait, hold on. Let me think. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Crowd.
Music. Oh, that was actually that was my second one.
Fucking guy.
Oh my god.
That's our fifth one.
Oh,
So,
fuck. I was actually gonna say, it was that between that and music.
crowd and music.
Fuck.
I have my next word.
Okay, I think I got a good one actually.
All right.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Headbanging.
Dance.
Oh, that's kind of close. Wait.
Very close.
Wait, hey, does that count? Headbanging is kind of a dance move, right? Like, that's a dance move. Is it not? Ah, fuck. I guess we can just keep it going until we say something.
It's a type of dancing, but I don't know if it would count.
Okay. Ooh, okay. That was close. We were close.
I think now, honestly, realistically speaking, we're probably just going to go in the fucking opposite direction. Because how much closer can you get than that? Dance, headbang. I think that should count.
I don't know. I feel like
headbang is a type of dancing.
Right? I feel like that should count. Verdict? What do you think? Try again. Okay.
All right.
If we go to 10, we don't get anything. I feel like that should count.
All right. Dance and headbang.
Okay.
Huh.
What's kind of Okay, I think I got one. That's kind of related.
Mine's kind of related too. Let's go.
3, 2, 1. Ray-Bay. What'd you say?
Lit.
Lip?
Lit.
Lit?
Like if you're lit, you're dancing, you're headbanging. That's lit.
I was like Ray-Bay because you're dancing, and you can.
You're not headbanging with your fucking.
Yeah, you can. You can headbang with your Ray-Bay.
That's not. I don't know. I guess you could have Ray-Bay.
Hey,
or Ray-Bay. You
Ravers, you can headbang with your Ray-Bay.
So Ray-Bay and lit.
Oh my god. Okay, this is like kind of going downhill now.
See, that's what I said. We're probably gonna go in the opposite direction now. Ray-Bay and lit. I got my next word.
I got one too. I think.
All right.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Score. Cause you scored. You're lit with your Ray-Bay, so you scored.
I was like, I don't know. You're faded with your, you're lit, faded.
Faded and
with
scored.
Your Ray-Bay, you're faded.
Faded and scored. That's
faded and score. Bro, what the fuck? Okay.
Hold on. Oh, I got one. Wait, does every word have to be related to raves? Because there's one that I got that this word isn't related to raves, but it combines those two words. It'd be best to keep it within rave, right?
Oh, so it's like not related to rave at all. Like you wouldn't see it at like a festival or anything.
No, but it goes.
Oh, fuck, I don't fucking know.
It'd be mixed. It mixes the two words.
Oh shit, I don't know. What'd you say again? Lit. I said faded, and you said lit.
Score.
Oh, scored. Like you scored.
Yeah, because like you're with you're lit with your Ray-Bay, so you scored. All right, score and faded.
Dude, my head is going blank right now.
Score, Ray-Bay.
Score. No,
No,
I said
score
faded.
faded. Score, faded.
Fuck. Oh man.
Yeah, this is getting tricky now.
Fuck.
I got one.
Oh god, I guess. Fuck it. All right, I'm just gonna get. This is. I don't know who we get. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Gum.
Mosh pit.
That's actually a good one. Fuck! Oh, I didn't think of that. Oh my god, I said fucking gum.
Mosh pit and gum.
Oh, that's fucking tragic. I didn't even think of mosh pit actually.
I mean, it's not really a score, but.
Well,
like,
yeah, but it's closer than gum.
Yeah, what the
wait,
fuck?
actually, okay. I got one. Jeez.
I think that was our fourth one. All right.
You get
Yeah.
this. There has to be. We haven't said one thing, okay? One thing that, some people might bring.
Oh my god.
It's not like that crazy, we think, but just like, a lot of people bring it, to festivals. Okay, you think you got it?
I think so.
3, 2, 1. Vicks.
Molly.
Motherfucker!
I don't know. People bring it. People bring it. I never fucking have Vicks on me. So shit.
Oh my god! I tried to give you a hint. I was like, it's not that crazy. Like I wasn't going like that crazy route.
Shit. People bring it.
Fuck. Okay. Actually, okay. We should get.
That was 10. That was 10, bro.
No. I think we could get this next one. If we're going that route, I feel like we can get the next one. Okay. Ready? I'm strictly following, what you brought to the table. That's what I'm gonna say next. Okay. You have one?
I think I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Yeah. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Cocaine.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say cheddar. Cheddar.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Okay. We won.
Do not do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs.
Yeah. This is just for a game.
People,
This is just for a game, guys.
Do that in that setting. So just.
Bro, I tried
away
to
from
give
it.
the fucking hits too. I was like,
dude,
I'm not going that route.
what?
Not that crazy.
Yeah, no. I was thinking like.
Because I was thinking that.
What do people bring?
I was thinking that too, but yeah, I just.
Shit. Yeah.
Oh fuck. Yeah, that was basically the game. Maybe next time we could do like Alk Edition or some bullshit.
Yeah. We could figure it out next time, but
yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. I mean, shit. That's pretty much episode for this week.
End it with a quick game. Shit.
End it with a quick game. Yeah, thank you guys for checking out the videos, staying tuned to the podcast. We really do appreciate it, even though, there might only be a select few of you, but you know what? Screw it. Start from the bottom, and eventually we'll get there. So if you guys stick with us since the beginning, we really do appreciate.
Yeah, and I want to say I apologize about my camera dying. So you're probably gonna notice that during the editing of this video. Yeah. Hopefully mine recorded, but. Just bear with us. We're barely getting started. Yeah. It's only up from here. Yeah. But thanks for watching. Yep. Next week we'll give you guys a recap of Beyond. Yeah. I mean, it's been a lot of Beyond content so far. Yeah. First one, this one, and the next one. Yeah. And then after that, I promise we're gonna stop talking about Beyond. Yeah, we'll stop talking about Beyond next time.
Kind of want to. We could transition from a little bit beyond and then talk about more of like LA lifestyle, going out in LA, what to do in LA,
what we like, what bars we like.
And so we'll transition from there, but we'll figure out next week. That's for sure. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week.
See you next time.